How are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you today? Okay, so we got some really, really good stories that I wanted to talk about today. First up, let me put up my banner. And oops, I did that wrong. All right, these are the stories that we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith, her staff basically quitting on her and then snitching. That's what they're really talking about her, really describing Jada Pinkett as a narcissist and saying that that marriage to Will Smith is basically over. Then we're going to talk about that idiot that ran on the stage for the Dave Chappelle show, in which they beat him to pieces. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about Ray J outing Kim Kardashian for faking that storyline and basically all of it basically being fake. So let's start out with the Kardashians. Let me start. No, no, let's start out with Jada first, since I have all of my stuff up right here for Jada. Jada Pinkett Smith. It's no secret. We've known for a while that that marriage is basically over. And when that whole Will Smith stuff was going on, I did a video about just how messed up the marriage was. I named it Exposing the Smiths. You can go back and look at it, but this is a little bit more detailed now because we already knew it just didn't seem right. We all knew that real Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock because he was trying to please Jada Pinkett Smith. And so, but this article gets a little bit more into it. This is talking about her staff quitting, and they're quitting because they're saying she's increasingly more demanding. Okay. They don't like working with her. They say she's the type of person that you can never please. They said that she's really losing all of her friends because of this Will Smith situation. And not because something that Will Smith did, it's because they're starting to see just how self absorbed she really is. They're saying that she's not being too supportive of Will Smith during this difficult time in his life. He just got kicked out of the board of the Oscars. He's not allowed to go back for 10 years, all because of her, I would say. And she's basically acting like he put himself in that situation. A couple Oh, this one's really good. Let me put this up. A couple days ago, her daughter, let me get this clip for you because this is so interesting, basically came out and said that she suffered from anxiety growing up, but that her mom didn't really pay attention to it and basically made it seem like she was making a big deal out of nothing. Let me take this banner down so I can show you guys this clip. Take a listen to what her daughter Willow had to say.
Help you manage?
Whew. It was rough. I feel like when I was growing up, she didn't understand my anxiety because she, growing up, had seen her friends die.
Right.
Like, she had been through so much stuff that, like, my issues to her kind of felt like
Smaller.
And that was very frustrating for me as a child.
Of course.
Because I was like, how can you not see my internal emotional struggle?
Yeah.
But, like, really recently, we had a talk and she was like, I never knew that I actually experienced anxiety.
Right.
And she was pushing it down and pushing it down for so many years. Like, she had no idea. So I kind of had to forgive her a little bit.
Yeah.
For, like, being like, yeah.
Right.
I get it, but, like, it's really not that bad.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's very real to you. Your experience is real to you.
Totally.
Her own child basically describing her as a narcissist, as a person that only cares about their own feelings and no one else's. When your own staff comes out and risks getting caught because they do sign NDAs saying that she's all about Jada, it's not a very good look. I mean, it seems like no one's really liking her. And that OK article that I read basically said that she's really losing friends just because she basically doesn't care about anybody but herself. That's a very, very sad place to be. I'll put it that way. They're saying that that marriage is over, that the only reason she's not leaving is because she feels like it would damage her reputation. But Will is hanging on. Will still wants to be in that marriage. I mean, some people just like punishment. I don't get it. It's just all coming out now. All the things that the real person that she is, she can't hide anymore. It's just coming out. And one by one, everyone's saying she's a narcissist. She only thinks of herself. And so, and right now, if you really loved your husband and he made that mistake or that foolish move of slapping the shit out of somebody during the Oscars, if you really loved him, you would be by her side. But the rumors is that she carried on as usual and that he's out of the country and she hardly talks to him. And sometimes she avoids his phone calls. This is serious. I mean, I'm not liking what I'm hearing about Jada. Here I have a super chat. Burn the red table. Come on, Facebook. No, I mean, she herself describes her childhood as being extremely rough. I guess her mom used to be hooked on drugs. And I feel like Jada Pinkett has some demons that we all have, but she needs to confront and clear up. Let's bring up the panel and see what they say. Hey, Perry.
Oh, yo, what's up? What's up?
Hey, Diva.
Hey.
What are you thinking about how people are basically describing Jada as a narcissist, especially her own daughter, Willow? Her daughter basically said that she acted like her anxiety was no big deal. That's a bad place to be. What do you think about that? Let's start with Perry. Go ahead.
No, I just feel like, like the whole deal with I mean, Will know he should leave. For whatever reason, he can't let go, right? I mean, what's that old saying?
Maybe he genuinely loves her.
I know, and then people will say, well, why you ask for them to break up and stuff?
I'm not asking for them to break up.
No, not you, Sharrell.
Oh.
You always on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just sit on here? You're always defensive.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm talking about people in the chat because they may go, well, why are you wanting them to break up? Look, looking through the window, shit don't look good, okay?
Yeah.
And what's that old saying? You never want to break up a happy home? I wouldn't leave an empty home to be with Jada ass. And I'm telling you, I would not do it because, like, hell, I mean, she can't make the man happy. He married her, try to get along, make it work. That's not good enough. She gave him opportunity for an open marriage, so he got her and a couple of neighbors, and you still ain't happy? You got to abandon that relationship.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anybody's happy. But Diva, do you think that Jada can heal herself? It seemed like an internal struggle going on there.
I was like, when everybody was blaming Jada for the whole situation, I was like, back off of Jada.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Yeah, but in this situation with this additional information, I'm concerned.
Oh.
And she's of the age at this moment where if you didn't heal yourself by now, will healing ever come? So I have to roll with Bonji on this. Burn the red table, because how you going to help somebody else at this table when you can't even help yourself? Like, you need counseling. You need to be at somebody else's table. Let's get a purple table, black table, and sit you down with somebody across from you, because this is problematic. Now, I will say that kids, everybody views situations differently, right? And there's no perfect parent. But I will say, and I don't talk about the kids, but I'm gonna say this about their Willow and what's his name, Jaden or whatever. They both are a different kind of special and a special kind of different. They got a lot going on, and that's all I got to say about them. They got a lot going on. Now the other kid with the son he had with the first wife, Trey, he's lucky that because so much was going on in that household. Yeah. And I remember one time, do you remember one time when they was going to let, I think, Jaden live on his own at 16 in his own house?
I remember something like that. I do.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to raise your kid. I don't care how much money you have. You still should raise your kids at least to 18. So when I heard that, I felt like they was letting them do whatever from a long time, like probably darn near from birth, they was on their own. So I'm not surprised that Willow had that experience.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it really is. I mean, with those kind of careers though, like I could imagine, I've never been an actor, but Will Smith probably was real busy. I understand you get to raise your kids. He out there working and she home freaking.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm
Perry,
saying?
not today. Not
No.
today, Perry.
Who do you have for Perry today? I can't do
No,
this
I'm
right
saying,
now.
like, I mean, shit, it's hard. But you're right though. You got to raise the kids. You
Yeah.
know, I mean,
I-
hell, freak from 12 to 3 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a time
When
level.
they
on it.
go to
You know what I'm saying?
bed. When they go to bed.
Yeah, right.
Why are you claiming her to be the freak, Perry, and not Will?
Well, you know what? Will obviously looking in. He wants her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She want his cash,
Yeah.
his popularity,
stop,
right?
stop right there. You're saying Jada Pinkett Smith used Will Smith for money
Look,
and fame?
say if Will Smith, was I don't know, work for UPS or shit. She wouldn't be with Will ass. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, that's an interesting twist on things. You say that Jada used the hell out of Will for money and fame,
Right.
because let's face it, she had her own career, but it was nowhere near
Mm-mm.
the
Right.
way it is now with Will Smith. And she was on a show. What was that? A Different World.
Better though? What is
This
it?
is a little
I don't
TV
know.
show.
Oh, a TV show. Oh, a TV show. Yeah, I
Do
don't
you
know,
remember
but
her on A Different World? And
I
it
don't know.
wasn't the entire season like Jasmine Guy. It was just like 1 or 2 seasons. But she was an up and coming actress, met Will Smith, and went through the roof.
right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know. Michelle says, very sad. Jada is one of those people that will never be satisfied nor happy no matter what. That's how they're describing her. And that
Mhm.
her staff turnover rate is high. When you got
Mhm.
people keep quitting and saying I don't like her, she's self-absorbed,
Right.
and your own friends, she's losing friends. And I do see what they're kind of talking about, that she went on as normal after the whole Will Smith thing. Because she came out, was it 2 or 3 days later,
Mhm.
and went to some event on the red carpet as if the whole world was
Right.
not talking about them.
But that's what she's been doing, not just after the Oscars. It's what she's been doing for the last X amount of years.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying like that same attitude, in my
Yeah.
opinion, is how she's been treating Will the whole
Ooh.
time. Will might
Yeah.
come home out to wash the dishes,
Uh-huh.
and you know what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause she gone.
Well, you're saying after getting all these prestigious awards, he has to come home and do the dishes.
Yeah, he coming home doing the dishes because she gone, right? I mean, because now she got the something she's saying. In my opinion, that's how it's going.
Yeah.
Don't you
Well,
think?
that one video clip that I showed you guys when she was taping him, and it seemed very
Yeah, I mean, she was really
It was
demanding.
weird.
Like,
It
it was
was
weird. It was a lot of tension in the air.
you better
Mhm.
tell me what you want. You better tell me what I want to hear, or I slap the shit out your ass. Now, maybe that's where he got the slapping from, though. Maybe.
Oh, come on, see, Perry.
No,
I can't do this
seriously,
right now.
seriously. I mean,
I
sometimes
can't do this.
like it's a learned behavior.
You know,
Mhm.
just
I
washed
do
the
remember
dishes,
a
he
long
got
time ago, Will Smith say that his parents' divorce affected him, and he didn't want his children to go through a divorse. So maybe do you remember that period?
I
This
do
was a
remember
long
that.
time
Yeah,
ago
I
in
don't
the
remember
90s.
that, but really, I don't think no good parent want to go through a divorce and divide the kids and affect the kids. I don't think nobody want that, but maybe that could be his thing. She, like he's trying to save the family, and she too busy being
Oh my
a
gosh.
rock and roller. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. I can't. You
I mean,
know
because right
what I
now, for
think?
real, let's keep it real. Like you can replace Will Smith with Offset, Ludacris, August. Neither one of them have a chance with this woman because enough is never enough. For whatever reason, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not sitting at the red table, the black table, none of that shit. Okay? I'm just saying this is my opinion.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Go ahead, Sharrell.
I was gonna say, she seems to be one of those people where enough isn't enough.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I do think that at some point she knew she didn't want this man no more. Then you know what? No matter how much he begged you, just leave.
Just leave.
Leave.
I don't want to break up a happy home, but right now all parties involved are miserable.
Yeah.
It's time to end this marriage, Mr. Smith. Do it now while you're going through the backlash, so you can just deal with it all at once and then get healthy and then resurface.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what he should do, Sharrell? Have somebody serve her the papers at the red table.
Ooh!
well, I mean, or something. I mean, something need to
Say
happen.
we
But
got
you know
something
what,
for you.
Yeah,
this
I feel
relationship,
bad.
this relationship was destined to fail
Yeah,
many years ago, way before Will Smith.
yeah.
Yeah.
I read the article right when the grandmama had her plan with herself. This wasn't going
Oh
too
my
far.
God.
Wait, what? The grandmother plays with herself.
Tell her how to satisfy herself or something
What
like
are
that.
you talking about?
Okay, well maybe I read the wrong book.
Did
Don't
you hear
quote
the
me. No. People don't
I
quote
think
me.
that came up
I
on one
heard
of the
something like
other
this.
shows, Sharrell, where somebody said, or she said it at the red table,
It could
that
have
her
been the red
grandmother,
table.
Wait, what?
that her grandmother taught her how to please herself or whatever
Right.
the case may be.
But I
Yeah.
didn't make it up. I didn't make it up. Yeah, I mean, because sometimes I get off
You're
topic, and
serious?
Yeah.
What?
I don't remember who told us or who said it, but yes.
yeah, don't
Somebody
quote us.
said
Yeah,
that.
we just saying like allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is too much for me. I am too green for this. Her grandmother taught her how to play with herself. I thought Will
Because
was
I
gonna
think the grandmother raised her when the mother was out there. Because
Right.
it's admitted by the mother and Jada herself that her mother had a drug problem. So I think when her mother was out there in the streets, the grandmother was raising her. And so the grandmother, I guess she did the best she could. She taught her how to do what she needed to do to sell please.
Yeah, I mean, could you
Oh my
imagine that?
God, people in the chat are
Come here,
saying that
child.
it's
She
true.
rocking in a wheelchair and a rocking chair. Come here, child. Let me tell you something.
Very
Don't
small.
do that. Don't do
Very
that.
small.
On
Don't do
lonely
that. Don't do
days,
that.
this is what you need to do.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what, Sharrell? If she really cared about him, wherever he's at in India, Dubai or whatever, she would have been there by his side. Yeah, she
Yeah.
would have been there by his side.
Trust me, she ain't going to India.
Harry, I'm not playing with you.
She ain't going to Dubai. If anything, she'll say bye-bye. That's about it.
Woo, I didn't know about that. I'm glad I did it. Let
She
me
knew. I
show
thought
you
you
what
heard.
to
I mean, I
do.
don't know.
What did the grandmother say to her, Perry? That's correct.
Come here, child. Come here, child.
Perry, stop. Perry,
On
stop.
these
Perry, stop.
lonely days like this, you know what you got to do for yourself? Now you pass
Okay,
grandma
Perry,
that
that is enough.
you
Perry,
pass grandma
stop.
that switch over there.
Oh, somebody said it was on the
It was
red
on the
table
red
talk.
tabletop. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't see that. Oh boy. Let's move on. Woo! Perry, I can't. Perry is too much for me. All right. Let's move on to Ray J and Kim Kardashian. Now, look, I'm so sick of talking about Kim Kardashian and her being in the news, but this might be the one worth talking about. The whole Ray J thing. Now, he came out earlier this week and we did a video about this when he said Kim lying about Kanye me handing over the tapes to Kanye, and there was this whole thing on the show. He said she was doing that for a storyline. Okay, well, now he's getting more in depth about what's going on because I guess he's tired of the Kardashians. Let's talk about what he said, and then let's talk about why I think there's a Kardashian curse that they have brought on themselves. Okay, so Ray J saying that there was 3 sex tapes, okay, that him, because he had to sign off on it, Chris and Kim knew about. It was Chris's idea to sell it, and she negotiated the deal. And I didn't think about this. He had to sign off on it. There's 2 people in that sex tape, not one. So he said he signed off on it. And I don't know if you guys remember, there's a documentary that came out about the Pamela Anderson sex tape, her and Tommy, and they both had to sign off on it. So why didn't we pick up on this earlier? Or maybe it's just me. That whole thing was a lie. Bits and pieces have come out about it since, but now Ray J is confirming it, and he's confirming it with text messages. He said that if he didn't, it would make him look bad to his children. Okay, what? And I agree with it. And just enough is enough. They got away with it the first time, and now they're trying it a second time. He said there was a meeting between him and Kanye to turn over things that he had about Kim, but it wasn't the sex tapes. The sex tapes were in Kim's possession, and he said when he dated her, she put them in a box under her bed. He said what he turned over to Kanye was some tapes that had nothing to do with those sex tapes and some text messages that they had from a long time ago. But she went on her show and made a big deal out of it and flipped the script and made it seem like Kanye purchased got the tapes from Ray J, and that at some point he was blackmailing them, and he said that's all BS. Now let's look at this scene one more time, and I want you guys to watch Kim cry during the scene. It's made
It's
up
so fake.
fake. Just
Yeah,
look at
thank
her
you.
crying. What an actress she is. I'm gonna play
That's
it
what
again.
she
Oh, here
do.
we
That's
go.
what she do. She cry all the way to the bank.
Well, I mean, he said, okay, so he said that was fake. The scene about her being on Roblox was fake. She's staging these scenes. Now, let me play this tape, and I want you guys just to really look at the drama involved. Let me put my disclaimer up. Hold on one second.
He got me all of the sex tape back.
Oh my God.
And he flew home and got the computer was on a hard drive. And I was with Ray J at the airport and got it all back.
Oh, Kim.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
I know Kanye did this for me, but he also did this for my kids. I want to shield them from as much as I can.
That's one. Here's another one. Check this out.
It's not okay though. It's not, on Roblox. Sam was on Roblox yesterday. And a thing popped up and he started laughing. I was like, Mommy, look. And it was a picture of my cry face. And it was a game that someone made of Roblox. And it said Kim's new sex tape. When you clicked on it, thank God he can't read yet. And it's like, over my dead body, is this gonna happen to me again? I just want it gone. This is not gonna with me. Like, it's not. So I just want it gone.
Ciao.
Okay, so now look, she go from I just don't know this happened to me and whatever. She go from no tears drop.
Yeah.
Just a second, look.
All of it's fake.
No
All of
tears
it's
drop, and then she go from there to look. You're gonna do what I tell you to do, basically, right? That first one was sad, fake.
It's fake. It's
She
fake.
crying, oh, we got
So
these.
then I remembered
I
went
don't
to
have to
high
embarrass
school.
my family, and then you get the pimp over there looking like she praying. Did y'all
You're
know
calling Kris Kardashian a pimp?
she's a pimp? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, but so listen, I went to high school with somebody that works on that set. They all, not this new one. She worked on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, that aired on E. And so I was talking to her about the whole Ray J text messages that I'm getting ready to read to you. And she said, Sharrell, that's not the only thing that's fake. A lot of things are fake on that show. I said, like what? And she said, let me go through this. She says the vacations that they take, some of them are filmed in LA.
No way.
This is what she said to me. She said that. She said that the whole Chris Humphrey situation was staged. And she said a lot of the things are staged, and they call them, if they want to do a saga, Chris has to approve the sagas. I don't know what they mean by sagas. Maybe they're really dramatic things. She says all arguments are fake and have to be approved by Chris. She said all telephone calls are fake. Now, why didn't I know that those telephone calls weren't fake? Because in real life, if I call Perry, sometimes he's going to pick up, sometimes he's not. He's going to be busy. Or sometimes he's not going to be there to pick up the call. But every single time they make a phone call to another person, the other person picks it up. She said they're staged, scripted, and scheduled. Scheduled.
Yeah, that phone ring.
That's how real life works. What else did she say was fake? Oh, we all know about the exterior of the homes being fake. That's all fake. In their defense, they said that they did that for security reasons.
For
but
purpose,
still,
yeah.
Right.
Still fake.
Makes sense.
The story Chloe, oh my God. All arguments are fake, especially the ones with Scott and Courtney, the ones between the two sisters. There was a one where she kind of shoved Courtney shoved her back. Fake. What else
They
here?
would have had his ass arrested.
Huh?
They would have had his ass arrested. They would have. I mean, the Kardashians,
and looking back in hindsight, I mean, a lot of things on that show doesn't make any sense. But here's the thing, and this is what I think they said, oh my God, this is a big one. Chris has final editing privileges.
Right. That's what pimps do, honey. No,
That,
I'm
that
telling
piece,
you,
yeah, that
a
piece
pimp
doesn't
ain't
shock
giving you
me.
That doesn't
Yeah.
shock you?
No, because she's gonna make sure the image stays a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kylie wanting to shoot her Christmas calendar was all fake. I don't know what that means. Kids. Oh, there was a scene where I think Corey says that if that was his kids, he would spank their A. That's all fake. That was all fake.
Corey ain't gonna do a damn thing. He should lose some damn weight though.
Mm.
Oh, so I don't watch all the shows. Some scene where Kylie says the way that she gets her lips so full is the 6 different colors of a lip liner that she uses, but that's fake. The reason she gets her lips so full, we all know, is injections.
All right, good. I'm glad you explained that.
And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that the reason the public doesn't, and the reason that there's a so-called curse, Kardashian curse, is that they do these fake things for money. I don't know if she's a good businesswoman or a crook. I don't know what to call Chris these days, but they don't let the men in on them. They're using the men as props to a certain extent, because I'm not going to tell my husband that, okay, this whole scene we're about to set up and we want you to react to. I think that they don't care about the men in their family. It's about fame and money. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking here, because
yeah.
I know I don't think that Kim told Kanye that I have the real tapes. You're gonna go pick up some phonies for a storyline. I don't think she told him that. Sheila says because of the foolery is the reason people were rooting for Black China. I think so. People can sense when something's fake. Even if I didn't catch on to all of this, some of it I don't really watch the show like that, but this doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. The different men, and somebody said, well, Kim is dating what's the new guy, Pete, for storyline, and I laugh. That could very well be true, and he not know you're being set up for a storyline. That's why I think people don't like them,
because they're fascinated with the name. You know what I'm saying? Like
and the
Kardashians.
Money.
Oh man, you know, they girlfriend, they left to be with the Kardashians, look better than the Kardashians, but they didn't have that name. It's like Kevin Klein jeans back in the, I don't know, 70s, 60s, 40s. You know, I'm just saying, like,
let me read some of these text messages. So Ray J had to prove that he's telling the truth. And this is the only way you could prove that you're telling the truth. You got to bring evidence, because if you just say, because it's been out for years that those tapes have been out, that Kim put her own tapes out. That's been out for years, but it's always, well, did she? If she doesn't admit to it. But Ray J had to come with the text messages today. I'm not going to read it all, but he says, when I put the comments that all of this is a lie, I didn't mean Kanye coming to meet me about the sex tape. He said that part was true, but they didn't tell him that there's no sex tapes there. I just want you to pick up some things I left behind for our relationship. They didn't tell him that. He says, I mean, all of this is a lie. From the beginning of us putting the sex tape out, that's the biggest lie. They're not letting the world know that there are a bunch of sex tapes that were made, but they're not going anywhere because she has them all the sex tapes out there. And he said there was 3. Kim has. But but she goes on the show and says, Kanye, please go get the last sex tape from Ray J because he can extort me with those tapes. So he confronted her about it. Oh, God, I can't read. You guys know I can't read. So I'm only going to read some of them. He says, why are you playing games? I've been nothing but a team player. We all had an agreement. They're talking about the sex tape. Now you are trying to drag my name for your new show, and that ain't cool. And then he cut something out, all business and relationships. When we sat down with, and he's talking about the people that they sold the sex tape to and your mom, and we planned all of this together. Now you really are taking this lie to the next level, because she got away with it once. Okay. We all had the sex tape thing on her show. We all fell for it. Now you want to do it on the new Hulu show? Which was the highest rated Hulu show of all times. These people making bank off a line, making me look crazy. I don't want to expose the real. We did it, but you are leaving me no choice. Kanye said, you wanted the footage, and I gave him all of the videos, not the sex tapes, the leftover footage and pics and texts from me and you, because I was trying to make things okay. So he confronts her on it.
Right.
He even said, respond to me so we can clear this up. If you don't respond, I'm going public. But
Right.
Listen to her response. And you guys know I can't see. I got to make it bigger. She's a con artist. Kim Kardashian is a con artist. And I'm not saying that to people that really like her, but she's a con artist taught by her mom. She says, hi, sorry, I'm only seeing your above DMs now. I am happy to hear that you are doing well. And congrats on your beautiful family. That's all a warm up. That's a warm up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In regards to your last matches, did you actually watch the episode? Because I didn't say a single bad thing about you. The show filmed in real time, the day in hell that I had my lawyers when your manager threatened to release another tape that doesn't exist. Now she's saying there's no other tape, but there is another tape, he's saying, and that he knows about it. And when he was with her, she put it under her bed. And my son, who was 5 years old at the time, seeing an ad with me cry face emoji that said Kim's new sex tape. It's a clickbait in Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
She's acting like it's no big deal. We just use this as clickbait. So in a way, she's admitting to some form of lying.
Right.
No, I think there's she trying to say, Sharrell, maybe that Roblox, I don't know, is some type of site or game or something.
It's a gaming site.
It's a gaming site.
They're going to use the image in the games.
Yeah.
It's probably whoever they sold the tape to. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, go ahead, Perry.
I said it's probably whoever they sold the damn video footage to.
Let's
keep it real. I mean, I don't know. But you notice he said that the agreement was between me, you, and the pimp. You notice that? She's always in the every damn thing. And you know what?
Wait, you're blaming this on Chris?
Right. And then, like, I'm even going back in time with Lamar Odom.
Oh, God.
And everybody criticizing for him being at the brothel in Vegas for a week. Hell, how many years was he at the brothel at the Kardashians' house? Because that's all they running, in my opinion. You get a girl coming from every goddamn room. She probably got about 5 girls, don't she?
Perry, stop.
No,
you're getting ridiculous. You call Chris's house a brothel? Come on, Perry.
How many girls she got? 4 or 5? It's a lot of them. You got one that changed her lips, and you talking about, well, she changed her lips. I thought she was gonna say something like,
hold on, someone just
different
explained
exercise.
what Roblox is. It's a virtual world that you build. Now, I'm not into this, but I've heard about this stuff before.
Yeah, I ain't into that shit neither.
Yeah, if you're into the virtual world, when I drop the link, and I'll let you guys know, please call in. I'm not really I heard about it. It's a world that you create. You can make friends about it and be who you want to be. I don't know. This stuff is. I'm
so
old.
I think
I'm not
what
into
she's
all
saying is that an ad came up while her son was doing that game, and it showed like emoji face of her, and click on it, and maybe if you click on this, then you can see the new sex tape. I think that's what she was saying. People have said this before, that she was taught by the mama, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to co-sign that, because when you think the best that your daughter can do is put out a sex tape so that y'all can make more money, that means unfortunately, you pimped her from the beginning. So that's all she kind of knows, right? So we do know that they both had to co-sign this. And my thing is, I thought that scene was a little fake, because in my mind, I was thinking way back then, wasn't everything like on a VHS tape? Like, so now
VCR, like a VCR or whatever. Right. That's what I'm saying.
VCR. Yeah, and you remember those camcorders, and you have to put that big tape in there, and that's how you got it. Yeah,
that's what I was expected to see.
I could be wrong. I didn't think when they did that sex tape back then we were so digital as the way we are now. But again, I could be dead wrong, right? So I'm like, they so fake and phony with this because it looked like a little disc or something in her hand. It was insane, but she knows what she did. She knows she's being messy, and they are very calculating, and all they think about is the dollar bill at the end of the day. But you know, all these reality shows got a little bit of fake to it, but they seem like they have perfected it and taken it to the next level. They should write a book.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, and like the whole thing too, when you're talking about, damn, I lost my train of thought. But like,
well, let me read this
ahead,
really
go
quick.
ahead, go
Sharrell, we need Sonia Norwood interview. We really do. The original momager. She really is.
Yeah.
She put all of them on. She did. She would know all the truth and some tea. That's really true. I know that Sonia Norwood cannot stand the Kardashians. She cannot stand the Kardashians and was aware the whole time that they put this sex tape out intentionally and just made her not like them and not respect them. But I agree with Ray J. And he said there's a scene in there where she's talking about there might be on the sex tape someone putting something in her anal part. And he said, as a black man, you're trying to make me look bad. He equates that to calling him an artist. You know what I'm talking about? Like someone that assaults women.
Yeah, that was so fake anyway and ridiculous.
And his whole thing was saying all of this plotting and scheming that you guys were doing was making me look bad.
Yeah.
But I went along with it for the ride. And no more. I have kids now, and you're not going to make me look like an artist. And I don't blame Ray J. How long is it? This has been a long time ago. About 20 years when the sex tape first came out, because they at least had 20 episodes, and he never outed them. But you're going to try 20 more years? You're going to try to do it again? Right. I don't know. I go back and forth. Is Kris Jenner a great businesswoman, or is she a pimp? Like,
well, no, I mean, look, pimps can be good business people. They just do it on the street behind 7-Eleven. Yeah. Look, I'm only saying this, that I'm not going to take her business skills away, but we got to call it what we call it. Because like Diva had this out, I don't know, a week ago. It's not a matter what you do, but we get to call out your true profession. And, you know, she a true pimp.
They call her a madam in the chat.
She a true pimp. But like what Diva was just saying, see, Diva, she'll get the message and then she'll go back to this kindness like she in Mayberry, right? Oh, well, I think what happened is that her son was playing and he was playing a game. She don't know what game, Pac-Man. She don't know, right? Oh, an emoji popped up. How old is the son? Anybody got an idea?
I think he was 5 at the time, she said.
Okay, so if he don't know how to put a K in there, and an R, and
he don't do that. Don't do that.
No. I'm saying if he just typed partial last name, because I can't spell a lot of words. I just put partial and it should have pop up. He would see what his mama been doing, right?
Perry, stop. Perry,
don't do that. Don't do that.
They are good business people from the standpoint that this tape put Kim on the map back in the day. In my opinion. People can say what they want to say, right?
Right.
And then it was Long Stroke. The title was Long Stroke. People recycle stuff. Now it's Backstroke because now she want to say somebody done did something somewhere else. You know why she was sleeping. So I don't know. They just changed the title.
You guys remind me of the banner because Perry's crazy. Perry, you're saying she's even lying about the kid on the internet?
For real, think about it. Have you seen the kid? No. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence?
Perry, stop.
No kids seen a damn thing. Hell,
well, you know what, Sharrell? They go as far. I mean, she went as far as to even bring that up there that Kanye went and got this for her and showing us this box of stuff and allegedly
crying. Don't forget the tears.
You get the tears. Then I think she won't even leave her kid out of it. Like now, this is becoming a little problem.
I see what you're dragging the kids into the mess now.
Right.
Right,
because so-and-so could have
gives you an out and it gives you like this caring heart. I really care about my kid. When you didn't, when your ass was butt ass naked filming. Let's keep it real. I mean, you wasn't giving a damn at that point. You know what I'm saying? And then really, let's keep it real. I'm just be honest. 5 years old. And as many men as she done went through, the kids probably seen the shit in person.
Oh my.
I'm just saying. I mean, but
Perry,
I
we're
digress.
stopping. Okay, let me move on. So that's what we're going to talk about when I bring up questions. Perry is too much. You got everybody in the chat calling Chris a madam.
Oh my
Let's pick up
goodness.
our last story, huh? Okay. Okay, so over last night, I'm sure you guys all heard about this now. Someone ran up on the stage during the Dave Chappelle show. I can't show the clip. I cannot show the clip, but I'm sure you guys seen it on TMZ. His name was Isaiah. Oh, I didn't get the last name. Isaiah, let me get his last name. He is 23 years old. He had a plastic gun shaped knife. It was a knife that's shaped like a gun. He's being charged with assault of a deadly weapon, which is a felony, and he's being held on jail on $30,000 bail. Now, here's the thing that cracks me up. So the security jumped into place. They really did, and they got him. They end up breaking both arms. Look at this boy. Both arms. I can't show the footage, but both arms are turned in like this. They whooped his ass. Okay. And we don't know why he did this. People are saying it's because of the whole Will Smith thing. Now people feel that they have a right to run on stage. That's too much for me. I think he's just a 23-year-old nut job. Here's his name. Isaiah Lee is his name.
If that's the case, he better get a refund because his shit didn't work like Will's did.
They all said that Chris Rock tried to make light of the situation because he was there as a special guest performer. He came out and said, was that Will Smith that ran on the stage? And they both carried on with the show. I don't think I could have carried on. I would have been shook up. But Dave Chappelle's bodyguards were not playing around. And how he got through the metal detectors is because the gun-shaped knife was plastic. So there you go. That's a lot.
Those bodyguards
didn't they kick his ass?
They just made
they
just made a lot of money because I think the Oscars will be calling them next year. That's all they needed was one security guy that had the balls to whoop that ass. And Dave Chappelle clearly had that.
Well, it took the security like 2 or 3 seconds before they get there. So Dave Chappelle he tried to back up and then he tried to wrestle his way, back out of him. He didn't seem scared. His first remark was, what is that? I should have whooped his ass. Like he didn't seem scared. Dave Chappelle did not seem scared. I would have been rattled. Like, oh my God, someone got on stage.
Right.
And it was just an unfortunate thing. Bonji says, Perry is right. I think Roblex said something about her was on their platform. I say pimp too. You got the whole audience.
That's right.
Oh my God.
It ain't easy out here for a pimp.
Go ahead.
You know what? I think unfortunately the slap did change the landscape of things.
Really?
Oh yeah, I do. And I think now at these comedy shows, these people are going, because people, unfortunately, right now, a lot of people are not mentally stable, right? There's a lot of mental illness going on that's undiagnosed. We're seeing it in New York City, in the train station. Remember that one guy that came in the train station and did that? But there's many examples of it going around. And so there's people out there that are unhinged and that can snap at any moment. And those particular people, sometimes when they see something like that, it puts ideas in their head. So it might have put an idea in his head because he wasn't maybe stable to begin with. And I'm trying to approach the subject lightly. You understand what I mean? He probably had some unstableness to begin with, and he figured he was going to go to this show and do what he did, but he got. So what they got to understand is you're not Will Smith. You're not going to come to nobody's show and do all that. But I think for the comedians, right? I think for the comedians, now they're going to have to be a bodyguard deep when they go to these shows, because you never know if somebody's just going to snap. And that's going to cost them more money, which now is going to cost us more ticket money to go see the show, because now we got to pay for that extra security. I'm down for Will Smith too. And I felt sorry for what happened to Chris Rock, but Will Smith messed up for the small people. So now we got to pay extra money at these comedy shows.
Let me read these really quick, Perry, before you say something. Deadly Raver says, I bet he won't run up on another stage. If he wins an award, he won't got up there and get it. He'll want them to mail it to his house instead. And one more. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Protect
comedians.
Yeah, we got to start protecting our comedians. Maybe you're right. I mean, they've got to just do something.
The price is going to go up for every comedy show you go to. I mean, because really, it's not safe.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, what if he did have a piece or whatever, right? And hit before security got there? It's getting dangerous because people love attention.
Yeah.
And at this point, when you come in there, like typically you might have maybe a couple security guys there or whatever. They around the room. Now you want the waitress, the bartender, everybody in there combat trained. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to have some kind of protection. It's crazy.
Somebody's asking me, it says Chris Baskin would jump on Perry's stage, and Sheila says, I'm in total agreement with Diva and Perry. Someone told me to put the picture back on and zoom in on his head. Let me see.
It looked like a big knot right here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They tore him down.
They tore him up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my God. Broke both his arms. They turn inwards and now put this looks like a big old tumor. Look how big this is. Oh my God.
Oh, he got the beat down for real. But that's a message. They need to put that up at every comedy show. Like, y'all want to jump up on stage? Be ready for this.
Exactly. Yeah.
We should put this on the flyers for every comedy show. If you run on stage, go on stage at your own risk.
Yes.
Yeah, they really tore him up bad. Something terrible. But he gets it. He deserves it. You cannot. What are you doing? What is you doing? I don't know. He could say he was high, whatever. There's no reason for you to be on stage. Let me take these things down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, Will Smith wouldn't have walked up there and tried to slap Dave Chappelle. I'm just saying.
I don't think he would.
I'm just saying. No, it wouldn't have went down like that.
Yeah. Let me start taking calls. Hey, Nina.
What's up, Nina?
Nina.
Oh, hey.
They tore that poor boy up. Did you see that?
And they should have. You messing with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Now that's one show you don't run up on.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle outwardly said when Chris Rock got slapped that, in so many words, that wouldn't happen on his show. So, that boy got everything he wanted, and I agree with a lot of people in the chat. Copycats. It's always copycats out here.
Yep.
People are thinking they can do anything in the world to you and get away with it. I promise you that this world is just damn crazy now.
Yeah.
And it's been like that for about 6 years. But anyway, it's probably longer than that. But outwardly is what I've been seeing, on the end. But Roblox, Sharrell, is a children's game. My granddaughter used to play it when she was 8. So I don't know how her
Kim
son could have seen. No, her son wouldn't have seen anything about a sex tape on freaking Roblox.
Exactly. She's a liar.
No, she's a liar because I've had to monitor my granddaughter because it is like a made up world and it's very addictive for children. Mm-hmm. And I've had to monitor my granddaughter because they can get so involved in it. But you can monitor the game. You have to buy the Roblox. It's not something that you can download. It is, but you have to buy the Roblox at like a gaming center or something like that, Nina, let
me ask you this. What do you feel about Ray J outing them? Do you think that's why the public don't like them? Because they're a bunch of liars?
What I think is this was the icing on the cake. Because Ray J, everybody had been saying, Ray J, be quiet. I had Kim first. He had that sweatshirt.
Oh, he did make that song.
Yeah. So, okay, and then when Ray J when he was quiet, now Kim want to bring it up. Darn well Kanye didn't go to you about no dang old sex tapes. No, Kim them is liars. The people in general, I started off watching the Kardashians, but I quickly stopped. I don't think I got through season 1 years ago. But people are tired of the damn Kardashians. I'm like Corey. We tired of them and their lives. And, I'm just so over. Yeah, they washed up, and and Chris is like what Perry said. You was on target. She's a dang on pimp. Who pimps your children out?
I'm
Who
telling you.
pimps your children out? And if it was 3 signatures on that tape, I believe it was Ray J, Kim, and Chris. Now, I do not believe that Miss Norwood would even co-sign no BS like that. She's too classy, and she didn't push, she didn't make her kids, Brandy and all, Ray J to be stars and manage them for years. I don't think she would sign off on a sex tape. That's Ray J and his stuff. All about himself. That's Ray J. But what was that? And then I want to talk about them old dang on Smith. Now look, y'all know Jaden, he emancipated himself when he was 14 to 15, right?
That's something that Diva was just talking about. Did he really?
Oh yeah, yes he did. It was like when he was 14 to 15, he wanted to get away from that family, live his own life. It was something about, the rules, when he was younger. And I can remember back, something about the rules and him being in. So he wanted to emancipate himself. And of course, in order to emancipate yourself, your parents have to sign off on it.
That is just a mess.
Because he had his own place, when he was young. Over here in Charlotte, we used to have a big old festival. And because you had to be 21 and up to come in the festival, even on the grounds, he was the star of that festival, but he was up high up on one of the highest buildings in Charlotte because he was 17, so he was too young. He couldn't come down because alcohol and all that stuff. But that's when he made one of his first songs, and it was a big old hit. I can't remember what it was with Jaden, but we could, he was flown in helicopter, and he performed on top of one of the highest buildings in Charlotte. But yeah, I'm tired of all them Smiths. Will is a sucker. Let's just go ahead and put it out there. That old saying, Perry, a sucker for love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But how many licks can you take? How many licks does it take to get to the dang on? You know what I'm saying? The chewing gum. Because
I don't know how many licks it take, but the neighbors had more licks than he did.
Cutie Pie.
Oh my God, Perry.
Hi, Cutie Pie. Perry, you are too Perry.
I'm just saying.
Hi, Cutie Pie. What do you think about the Smiths?
So I am so sick of Jada. I'm just sick of the Smiths, period. I did hear about the emancipation many years ago. And my thought was, after it all came out, I was like, maybe Jaden saw some stuff in the house that he was just like, I don't want no parts of this,
Something in the house like what?
I mean, like, his parents were swingers. So he may have seen people coming in and out, and he was just like, I don't want any parts of this. So that might, I'm thinking that was my theory. I don't know for sure. That was my theory, but I'm thinking that maybe that was part of it. Like he sees, he's observing all of these people coming in and out of the house. His mom and dad are into some crazy stuff.
Yep.
So, but can I please talk about Dave?
About who? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my brother is a comedian. Okay, I'm from the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay.
And my brother was like a local famous guy. He was, on the radio here. They called him Lazy Lamont. And so I feel really strong about this. I said this when it happened with Will. I said, I wish somebody would come on stage and Big Sis is there, because I don't play that about my brother. So last night, that's the first thing I did. When I woke up, I saw it on the news, and I immediately texted him and I said, I'm his biggest goon. I don't play about him. And I told him back when the Will Smith smack happened, I said, comedy as we know it, Lamont, has changed. I said, it's so many people that's going to think it's okay to go on stage and comedy as we know it. He was like, no, not really. And then about a week later, he was like, you know what? My sister was right. He said, my sister was right.
So you really agree with Diva? You think people are going to copycat what Will Smith did?
I really do. I mean, look at it. I think people think it's carte blanche. You can go up on stage if you don't like it. But my thing is, if you can't take a joke, don't buy a ticket.
Right.
If you're that thin-skinned that you can't take a joke, don't buy the ticket.
But that was just one. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Okay.
That was one incident with Will Smith. Before that, nobody ran up on stage, right?
Right.
Well, that's what we're saying, Sharrell. That pretty much because of that, he changed the landscape of things. Even before this, what is this Dave Chappelle thing? There was another comedian where this woman came up on stage. I can't think of his name right now, and she was arguing with him, and he asked the audience, "Were y'all offended by the joke?" And the whole audience was like, "No," and the audience was pretty much telling her, "Get off the stage."
I remember that.
Remember that? People are wilding out,
and don't forget,
trolls are buying tickets too.
Yeah, don't forget what happened with T.I. down in Atlanta. He thought it was okay to walk. He thought it was okay. That happened right after the incident. He thought it was okay. And then his ignorant behind, and I don't care if he's watching, his ignorant behind ended up sitting on the stage, just, swinging his little legs, trying to, just be intimidating to that young lady. And I just really think that everybody think it's okay. Open season on comedians. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to go down if Big Sis is in the audience.
Right.
What I think is happening, people are going to these concerts and different places, comedy shows, and they might not even like you, or they might have something against one of your jokes you have said, and they're just buy tickets. You got trolls that's just gonna buy a ticket, a front row seat, so they can, say whatever they want to say, or come up there and get both their arms broke, right? Don't lawsuit because
they tore him up. Did y'all see the footage when the man's arms were turned in like that?
Oh
so what do you think about what everybody's saying? Do you think some comedians have to hire security now?
Well, hello, Sharrell, darling. Yes, I think honestly, unfortunately, they do, because Will Smith got up and pop wham Chris Rock in front of the entire world. Comedians have to take whatever precautions they have to stay safe. And with Dave Chappelle, he had a great security team because that man looked like he was chopped and screwed.
They tore him up. Do you think what everybody's saying about Jada's true? Do you think she's a narcissist?
Yeah, but even Jada on the episode she did about narcissism, she admitted she was. So I think
she did an episode about narcissism.
She had a professional, and in the beginning of the episode, she was talking about how she's in an industry where the traits of narcissism are celebrated in Hollywood, which it's all about yourself and how you appear and how you look. And even when the woman was breaking down the different qualifications for a narcissist, Jada was agreeing with her.
Was there a doctor on there? Doctor.
I forget her name. It was an Indian.
Romney?
Yeah, Dr. Romney. She was the one that was breaking it down. And she was like, and Jada was like, oh, that's me. And she was being nice, like, oh, I don't think that's you. But it's like, no, Jada was telling the truth. Honestly, I'm like, I guess this Jada has been through a lot of traumatic stuff. I'm not excusing that. But, even like Diva was saying, like, she's at that point in her life. If you ain't figured it out like a half a century now, you're probably not going to figure it out in the next 5, 10, 15, 20s or the end of your life. So I think this is just who she is. This is what she's going to be. And, maybe she'll find someone or a throuple or a polyamorous that will enjoy her.
Up to the plate and end this marriage?
I feel like it should. The kids are grown at this point, and even the kids were trying to run away from them in the beginning. Like even when Willow said she did, I whip my hair back and forth. She shaved her head in rebellion because she didn't want to do that. And Jaden wanted to move out, calling people his boyfriend, wearing skirts, which is fine. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But I'm just saying there are clear issues under that household that are not healthy for people who are involved. So he needs to just accept the failure for what it is for his own peace of mind.
Abba says, remember recently on the plane that guy was taunting Mike Tyson. So you guys seen this, right?
Yeah,
he was really taunting Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson turned around. He took it for a while and tore him up. Then I heard the guy talk about he might sue him. You taunted him first, and now you go ahead, Perry.
A lot of people think that way. They think if I go and approach this person and do that, the famous person is going to get sued and you can win money even after I ass whipping. But I just think this Dr. Romney, great doctor, right?
She's great. She's the best.
But you know what? Sometimes there's no cure, right? Jada is like a wild horse. She's gonna keep bucking. Oh my God. She's gonna keep bucking in the field. And effing in the bedroom. I'm just telling you.
Jada is a supreme succubus. She's a supreme succubus.
Right.
Sharrell, drop me in a minute, but I want to say this so you can drop me.
Okay.
Off the topic of everything y'all talking about, right? You know who Peter Thomas dating now, don't you?
I heard. That's my next video. That is trifling and desperate. Okay,
desperate on both ends. I'm telling
desperate
you,
on both ends.
Right. End up real broke. Giselle,
talk about it now because I'm gonna do it on my next video.
We're gonna talk
dating
about it on the next
Giselle.
video.
Bye. I'm doing
Bye, baby.
Bye.
I feel bad for Giselle. She gonna end up real broke. That
Don't talk about it now. Don't talk about it now because it's my next video.
Next video.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say one more thing, and you can drop me, Sharrell.
Thank you, Cutie Pie. I appreciate the call.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let me bring up one more. There we go. Let's bring up
God.
two more and we're done. Hey guys, how are you?
What's up, people? How y'all doing?
We got. Oh, I'm out of time. Can you sound off really quickly, Lisa? What did you want to sound off on?
Very quickly. Kris Kardashian is a pimp, madam extraordinaire. Mama Nora would need to go whoop her behind too. Dave Chappelle, not only did his folks come up there, but also according to the reporting, Jamie Foxx and Busta Rhymes came up there, and the knife was real, the gun was not. So whoever this is taped it up like a bayonet somehow, the old school Civil War stuff. So the knife was real, the gun was not. Unfortunately, yes, it's all changed.
If that security did not act quickly, he could have really hurt Dave Chappelle.
Absolutely. Like this is I'm not trying to compare traumas or situations, but this was a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so deadly weapon. So yes, we could have lost him, or he could have been severely injured.
I wanted to add, because I was listening to the first caller who says her brother was called Lazy Lamont. I'm from the DMV too, and I remember him. My brother, who passed, is a comedian as well. This whole thing with people saying that they never seen this before. Clubs do not sponsor security. Comedians have always been fighting, especially Black comedians. They usually grow in large groups like Dave Chappelle. The only reason why Will was able to do what he did is because he was Will Smith, and it wasn't a regular nightclub, comedy club. Regular nightclubs, comedy clubs, there are people who are drunk, who get upset, and they try to walk up on the stage, and they get knocked out. So
you're saying security wasn't going to run on there and tackle Will
and
Smith?
Most of the time, security doesn't provide anything. People go into those comedy clubs and have guns, and then they get drunk and they get upset. So this whole thing of, this is happening because of Will, no, it's been going on. Now it's just getting highlighted. But when it comes to comedians sticking up for each other, they had to become each other's own security. Dave Chappelle didn't have that posse until he got a posse in general, because the more you do shows, you have to look out for each other, because some clubs don't even have security for you. And they know people come in there, they get high, they get drunk, they get belligerent. You always had hecklers. Hecklers are a part of the job. You just need to know how to handle them. And some
dangerous to be a comedian.
Yeah, but that's in the small clubs, though. I mean,
I
I
go to a lot of shows because the Black clubs have the more aggressive audience because of our background. So a lot of times, like my brother said, you do have to fight. And the fact that sometimes you don't have like security, and a lot of times those clubs do not have these things where they not stop people from coming in with guns. So this is nothing new to them. They're used to ready to go. Like Chris Rock's brother said, we would have whooped your butt if it wasn't the Oscars. And I believe that, because they don't play that type of stuff. They know people, hecklers have always tried it and they always got shut down. Period.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, guys, I got to end this here because I got to come back to talk about Peter Thomas.
Okay.
Thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Thank you, guys.
That's the real story. Okay. That is a mess, isn't it, Diva?
Oh, my goodness.
All right. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You support the channel and you don't have to. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I will be back in an hour to talk about Giselle and Peter Thomas. That is a mess, people. I want to thank everyone in the audience for all of your participation. Also, don't forget to click that like button on your way out. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do that. I'll see you guys exactly 1 hour because it's on. That is a desperate situation. Okay. Until next time, bye for now. Let's say bye, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.